Does your mindset have to do with whether or not you can overcome food challenges like emotional eating or binge eating? Or is it just a matter of willpower? Are some people just better at eating than others? Is my relationship with food destined to be negative forever? These are common thoughts and questions my clients have when starting to work with me, and maybe you've thought about some of these for yourself. Well, in this video, I want to talk about one of the most powerful tools in the psychology of success, whether in academics, business, sports, and yes, your eating skills. Hey friends, I'm Christina, and I'm a nutrition coach. On this channel, I talk about lean eating skills and emotional regulation tools to overcome common food challenges while keeping plenty of fun in life. So growth mindset was developed by psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck. You may have heard of it, but in case you haven't, or its counterpart, a fixed mindset, Dr. Dweck uses these terms to describe the underlying beliefs people have about learning, intelligence, and success. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck does that have to do with my binge eating problem? Well, the truth is, your mindset about success can greatly support or hinder overcoming food challenges that you struggle with. I've just finished reading her book, and she illuminates so many areas where this can apply, even relationships, child rearing, business, leadership, and sports. Growth mindset is a belief that skills and intelligence in any field can be developed through effort. That success begins with believing you can, even when challenges arise. Growth mindset is the powerful belief that with continued practice, we can change and learn over time. Now, this doesn't mean everyone can do everything like some kind of magical genie granting you a wish, but it can greatly improve the likelihood of your success in life. Now, a fixed mindset is the opposite of this, and it is the belief that intelligence and skill are inherent, and that's just the way I am, or if you have it, you have it. It's this belief that you're not capable of significant change, sometimes meaning when I fail, I'm just a failure. If you're a failure, where do you go from there? If you don't have the ability, why waste your time? If I don't know something, it must mean I'm stupid, or if I make good grades, it means I'm smart. Now, I know I'm just scratching the surface here, but which mindset do you think you have? Oftentimes, you can be a mixture of both, but most people agree with one or the other. I once watched a video that illustrated it this way. Think of growth or fixed mindset as a pair of glasses that we wear. Sometimes we wear one and sometimes we wear the other depending on the situation. As you are trying to overcome binge eating or emotional eating, or even just that snacking habit that you've developed, you may have noticed that there are certain situations that pose more challenging than others. I want to encourage you to put on your growth mindset glasses as you think through the specific ones in your own life. Why is this important? Research shows that people with growth mindset are more successful, more resilient to challenging situations. They prioritize learning over failure, and they're unafraid to take risks. This encourages growth over stagnation. So maybe for you, that looks like not settling for being destined to be a binge eater, but being someone who experienced struggling with binge eating in the past, but you know you're working towards overcoming that challenge. That's why you're here, right? Another illustration I've heard used is a person climbing a mountain. Do you feel like your challenges often feel like this huge mountain you have to climb? Lots of my clients have described feeling that way. So how do you approach it? A person with a growth mindset would see, wow, look at this path and journey I'm taking. What a gift to have the opportunity to become the person I need and want to be for myself or for my family. Someone with a fixed mindset might think, I can't believe I have to climb this mountain to get to the result I'm looking for. Or how am I ever going to do this? And they fail before they even start. Now, maybe that's a little dramatic, but you get the idea. A big part of this mindset comes from focusing on the process over the results. Most of the time, we don't have any control over the results, but we most certainly can have control over the process, right? There is a whole section of the book that talks about educators and parents and how we can instill this mindset into students from an early age. Here's an example. A student gets an A. Focusing on results would sound like, wow, you're so smart. This can instill that praise comes from the outcome of a good grade. Well, what if the student makes a bad grade? On the other hand, focusing on the process would sound more like, wow, you worked really hard and studied. I'm really proud of your effort. If the child doesn't do well, a process or growth mindset response might sound like, I know you worked really hard in studying and didn't get the outcome you were looking for. Let's talk about what other study tactics or what you might try next time to see if that works better for you to learn the material. Can you see the difference? The opposite of that is if a child is misbehaving, a fixed mindset would say, he's a bad kid, he never listens. A growth mindset would say, she's having a difficult time listening. Maybe she needs a break from that activity, but we can try again later. Growth mindset is more than just telling someone that they're a hard worker though, and they just need to put in the effort. This concept is something that needs to be internalized. Someone understanding that they can change their results by changing their process is key. So how does this work with a skill you might be working on? One example could be as you're practicing detaching from urges to overeat by distracting yourself with some other activity, you may notice that sometimes the things don't work. For example, I tried watching TV to distract myself from eating, but a commercial for food came on and it just made my urge to binge even stronger. So we might take that and say, great, that's really good information. Now how can we alter this process with some other kind of distraction and see if it works better to produce different results? It's actually really helpful to find out things that aren't working because it means you are one step closer to finding out what will work. This keeps your mind focused on a changeable process instead of the desired outcome, which will likely happen anyway as a result of the practice, but without that stress of thinking about it constantly. Remember, when you focus on the process, you get to say that the process is either working as intended or it isn't, but that doesn't say anything about you as a person. The process is always workable. It's not that it doesn't work, it's that it doesn't work yet. By the way, having a growth mindset doesn't force you to develop your skills, it just tells you that you have the opportunity to do that if you want to. Some people are perfectly fine staying in a fixed mindset even after they realize they have a choice. If you want to see just how many ways that this can help you in life, I'm going to link the book in the description. You can start to catch yourself as you go from a fixed to a growth mindset, making sure that you take that challenge, learn from that failure, and grow from that effort. If you want to foster more growth mindset in your own life, I encourage you to do more challenging things and seek out peers who also like to do challenging things. Do you have any specific challenges coming up or that you're currently going through that you can practice this concept with right now? One helpful exercise that can get your juices flowing with this new way of thinking is to think about someone in your life who you've seen deal with challenges in a positive way. What are some of the qualities in that person that you would like to emulate? If you would like to share, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more lean eating skills videos just like this one. And I'll see you next time.